Growth will cost you people, and not strangers. People you've known for years. And if you're not ready for that, you will shrink yourself just to keep them comfortable. When one person in the circle starts leveling up, it exposes everyone who isn't. Comfort loves company. Growth doesn't. So now you have a decision to make. Do you protect relationships or do you protect your future? Because sometimes you cannot do both.
Yes, my people, and welcome back, man. I hope everybody's in good spirits. If you watched the first 2 parts of this series, you already know where we've been. Part 1 was about freedom, the moment where the doors open, where the chains are off, where you finally get space to choose. But I asked you one question. Now that you're free, who are you becoming? Because freedom doesn't automatically make you better. It gives you options. Then in part 2, we went a little deeper. Freedom was phase 1. Responsibility was phase 2. No more blaming, no more pointing fingers, no more waiting for someone to fix your life. You take ownership of your habits, your decisions, your discipline, and that's powerful. But today, we're talking about the part that nobody prepares you for, and that's the actual cost. Growth will cost you people. Now let me say that again. Growth will cost you people, not strangers, not random followers, people you've known for years, people you've laughed with, struggled with, and survived with. And if you're not ready for that, you will shrink yourself just keeping them comfortable. Here's what happens. You stop complaining, you stop gossiping, you stop entertaining conversations that don't move your life forward. You start waking up earlier, moving with structure, being intentional, and the energy changes. You don't even have to say anything. They feel it. Because when one person in the circle starts leveling up, it exposes everyone who isn't. Comfort loves company. Growth doesn't. Growth says, relax. You've had enough. Growth says, do it again tomorrow. Comfort says, why are you moving like that? Growth says, because I refuse to stay the same. And when you choose growth, you disrupt the balance. This is where your mind tries to sabotage you. You start thinking, am I acting different? Am I distancing myself? Am I thinking I'm better than other people? No. You're just not the same anymore. There's a difference. You can love people and still outgrow the environment. You can respect people and still refuse to stay stagnant. Let me be blunt. Your environment will either multiply your discipline or murder it. If you're trying to rebuild your life, but you're surrounded by people who are glorifying chaos, you're fighting uphill every day. And at some point, you realize it's not about loyalty. It's about alignment. Separation doesn't always come with arguments. Sometimes it's subtle. Fewer calls, shorter conversations, less depth, different priorities. You don't announce it. You just feel the gap widening. And that gap, that's growth. When I came home, there was no applause, no structure waiting for me, no actual roadmap. If I didn't build it, it definitely didn't exist. And when I started building, when I started moving disciplined, you could feel the shift. Not everyone understands change when they benefit from the old you. Let that sink in. Every level of growth requires a version of you to die. Old habits, old conversations, old identities, and sometimes old connections. That doesn't mean you hate them. It means you refuse to go backwards. Some people aren't upset you're growing. They're upset your growth reminds them they're not. And instead of leveling up with you, they question you, tease you, minimize you, call you too serious, too focused, changed. But good. You did change. And that was the whole point. Here's the mistake people make. They announce their transformation. They argue about it, defend it, debate it. Don't. Just move. Silently. Consistently. Forward. Let the results speak. You will reach a moment where you have to decide, do I protect relationships or do I protect my future? Because sometimes you cannot do both. And that's where character is tested. Not by freedom, not by responsibility, but by separation. Growth forces you to raise your standards for conversations, for energy, for habits, for yourself. And when your standards rise, access changes. Not everyone gets front row seats anymore. That's not ignorance, that's structure. If you're scared of losing people, you will stay average forever. Because growth is uncomfortable and average is crowded. You can't evolve and expect everyone to clap. But here's the real test. After the separation, after the circle thins out, after the noise fades, there's a phase that's even harder. Silence. The quiet phase. That's where most people fold. That's what we're talking about next. Because separation removes people. But silence reveals you. It's just a paper boy. And I'll see you on the next one.
If you've taken anything away from this episode, please, my people, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you, man.